Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. So glad that you're here. My name is Gretchen, and I want to talk today about, the little peepholes that you have in your door, like your front door, so you can look out for security reasons, right? When we look through that little tiny peephole, we can just see a little perimeter and straight ahead, but we can't see a full circumference. We just have a very limited space on what we can see. So how many times is that how we view ourselves? Do we see ourselves as the full picture? Do we see our lives as the full picture? Do we see our talents with the full picture? Or are we only seeing just that tiny little scope? That tiny little vision that it's just enough to kind of make out what's there, but you don't have details. It's very small, right? And so when we look at ourselves, when we look and feel that way about ourselves, we're really missing out on the whole capacity of who we are and why we're here. We are here to create. We are here to have joy. We are here to enjoy ourselves and others and to love. But if we only see ourselves in this small dimension, we're missing out on so much, not only that we can receive, but also what we can give. When you're in a state of love, you're in a state of pure happiness, because there is nothing greater than that, right? We've been told that since we were little. There's nothing greater than love. So if you think about if God made everything, and again, y'all, I'm not stuck on one word. You can put in, fill in the blank, universe, source, whatever feels right for you. It doesn't matter to me. But if that power created everything, including you, then that means that power is in you. So if you understand the scriptures and it says you are in his image, we are as him, right? And so the I am statements that we make are really a declaration of the powerful source that's already in us, that's our guidance, that leads us, that creates with us, and that allows these blessings or manifestations to come to us. So if you're only looking at yourself through a tiny little perspective, you're not seeing the whole picture. You're not really getting a grasp or even a taste of who you are and the amazingness. Did I make that word up? And the great ability and the great potential and the great reality of who you really are and what you can create. We know that we can be, do, or have anything we want when we work with that power and when we allow that power to bring it to us. And so if we're only viewing this much of our bandwidth of desires or goals or dreams that we have, if we're not really expanding that vision of what we want, we're going to get a very narrow amount of blessings back to us. We're going to get a very narrow mindset of worthiness. We're going to get a little narrow, just a little taste. And you're not satisfied. You want more. And there's nothing wrong with that, because, I think sometimes people think that if you're not satisfied, it means you're not grateful. No, I don't look at it that way. I look at it as we are here to create and to be happy. And just like y'all know this, if you go shopping and you're like, oh my gosh, I love these shoes. I love these shoes so much. And it's not too long after that you really don't wear them that much, right? Or you think, this is the best tasting food I've ever had at this restaurant. And if you kept ordering it again and again, it wouldn't have the same taste, flavor, feeling, any of that kind of stuff. So we're constantly in a state of wanting, because that's just how we're made up. But it doesn't mean we're not thankful, we're not grateful, we're not appreciative of what we have. We just want more. We want more, and that's okay, because when you come from a mindset of I'm satisfied with where I'm at, or I'm satisfied with this, but I'm eager for what's next, then you're opening yourself up to more abundance to come to you. If you, Abraham Hicks talks about, if you went to a buffet and you have all these food choices, right? You wouldn't eat everything at one time. You couldn't do that. You would not put, even though when you're on a cruise, maybe you want to try that, but you can't put everything there on your plate and eat it all. It's meant to be a choice. It's meant to be, what would you like? What tastes good to you? what sounds good to you. What do you want to eat? It's the same thing when you look at a menu. You look at all the options, and then you get to hone in on what you want. And then you place your order and you wait for it to come. And then you enjoy it. And then guess what? You may go to another restaurant the next day and do a different order. It's the same thing. It's a different want. We always have wants. We always have desires and dreams. Just make sure that you're viewing everything bigger than that little tiny scope. You're recognizing the worthiness that's in you, the power that's in you to create with that source, that God, that universe, whatever you want to call it. And it's all waiting right for you. It's all ready to come. It's already done. It's already there. It's like when you place an order on Amazon, you know that it's going to some warehouse. They're going to get it ready for you. They're going to ship it out. And at certain days, it's going to show up. You know that. You don't have a problem believing that. I don't have a problem believing that. But sometimes we have a problem in believing that we are going to get what we've asked for. Right? Just know that it's in that big warehouse in the sky, getting all wrapped up, ready to be delivered to you. Just be in the receptive mode of receiving it. All right, everybody, if you'd like to work with me one-on-one as a coach, you can message me here. Or if you'd like to hire me as a speaker, I do that as well. I appreciate y'all being here. We will see you next time. Bye.